Insurance is a mixed bag most of the time. Unless you carefully read all the legal terms and understand what you're reading, you're probably not going to get your money's worth, and sometimes not even then. Identity theft insurance is no different. The most well-known example is Lifelock. The ad campaign that put them on the map showed their CEO, Todd Davis, flashing his social security card on TV and in print ads and daring thieves to steal his identity. Since then, he's experienced at least 13 instances of identity theft, but people don't hear about that. They just hear $1 million guarantee. The $1 million claim is so loud and flashy that almost no one realized what a shifty deal it was. When I first looked into it, here's what I found they actually did for you. Number one, they placed fraud alerts for you, which if you watch my other video, you'll quickly learn isn't worth anything. Number two, they renew the fraud alerts. I really can't understand why they would list that as a second benefit unless they just wanted a longer list of benefits, but whatever. Number three, they removed your name from pre-screened credit card offers, probably by using the free service at optoutprescreen.com, which you can not only do yourself, but it's fast and easy. Not to mention, filling a web form one time doesn't really rate a benefit worth paying for monthly. Number four, they give you credit reports once a year for free, which you can already do for free at annualcreditreport.com. In fact, they're probably only blowing your free coupons anyway, so hardly a benefit there either. Number five, they'll keep a list of companies you have credit cards with so you can easily call them after losing your cards. First, when was the last time you physically lost a card? Second, you'll notice they don't actually call, they just give you the list so you can do all the work yourself. Number six, insurance, which by many accounts you can't possibly collect on. The wording in their documentation says you can collect if there's a failure or defect in the service, and they'll pay for legal party services that they believe is necessary, blah, blah, blah. The point is that they're buried in loopholes and gotchas. The first is their language that says, if you can find a failure or defect in their service. What service? The 5 preceding nothings they offered? I guess that means if you can somehow prove they didn't keep a list of credit card phone numbers, maybe you could get some money? The second is that LifeLock gets to judge what is a reasonable and necessary expense in recovering your identity, which, I'm sure they'd only hire the best lawyers, right? The third is that they're only covering your out-of-pocket expenses related to fixing your own credit. So what are they doing for you again? Near as I can tell, none of their services are actually services, and their legal terms are full of holes. In fact, the chasm between what they actually do for you versus their fancy $1 million guarantee is so wide they ended up paying a $12 million settlement to the Federal Trade Commission for false advertising, which I'm sure really taught them a lesson. The point is this. There are a lot of companies out there who are profiting from identity theft but don't actually do anything to help you. Fraud alerts are worthless, monitoring services are a cheat, and most insurance plans probably aren't much better than LifeLock. If you want to protect your identity, there's only 2 things you need to do. First is develop a mindset of data protection and constantly fight to keep your information out of databases they don't belong in. And the second is to freeze your credit reports. Click on the picture links in the video or the text links in the description to learn more.